What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to be looking at the behind the scenes of Gasoline. Basically the entirety from start to finish. They uploaded 3 videos on the Shiny page and I was like, I really want to see what it is about. Are they going to talk about behind the scenes or not? Or is it also going to be the concept and everything? So I skipped a little bit through it just to see quickly, okay, what is it going to be about? And I did find out there is some behind the scenes going on there. So I told myself, let's just watch all of them in a beautiful premiere. Like always, these are the videos that I am just going to do my thing. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're not going to edit it. We're just going to have a good time. Just pretend I'm live. I'm going to be in the chat. But for now, I just want to say, let's start with the first video because I am really intrigued to watch this. And also, all the videos are around 8 minutes long. So this is going to be a really good premiere. I love these good insights. Alrighty, let's start. Ah, that's sweet. That is really sweet. So this basically reminds me of my throwback series that I started. It's basically we're going to go back in time from an artist and we're going to look at all the MVs to see how they grew over time. I actually like that they included as well. I don't know if they were inspired by this channel. Doesn't really matter, but I do like it actually. It's not it's also a quick glance, you know, into his past and where he is now. Man, Key is, of course, it's a big team behind it, but the team with Key, they always do a fantastic job with him. They're really nurturing him correctly, taking care of him. Gasoline is also a really good song. Just want to point it out. Concept meeting. Cool. I didn't know they were going to have this, to be honest, but I like that. I want to see what the concept was and what the reality is. But I can imagine they already had a good idea before filming.
어차피 앨범 자켓은 활동 컨셉이랑은 저는 아예 사실 좀
And that was a really good move as well to treat it completely different because it just excites people to what's going to come and it makes people more like, so what is the reality behind it? You know, it's nicer to surprise people and not in a negative way. In most cases, this is really good. I can imagine some people being like, oh man, it's not like this 90s look, but that's okay.
이번에는 더 분리를 시키려고 해서 그냥 예쁘게 찍어도 사실 팬들은 좋아하겠지만 그게 오히려 정규가 힘을 떨어뜨리는 격이 되면 안 돼서 좀 현대적인
Really good choice.
한 걸로 해봤자 저번 패키징을 도저히 약간 이길 만한 그런 게 안.
I never saw the packaging for Bad Love, but if I look at it right now, it looks sweet because imagine this hanging in your shop. It looks so enticing, like you want to go and buy it. I think that is beautiful. But I did order the Gasoline VHS album. Maybe they're going to show it, but I love the design of that as well.
나오더라고요. 약간 패키징을 아무래도 저는
The VHS is such a smart vibe. Yeah, the retro vibe, like he already says.
치면 뭐 레트로 호러가 될 수도 있는 거고. 더 쉽게 풀려면 약간 어드벤처 이런 쪽으로도 하면 될 것 같은데 약간 고스트바스터즈나 구니스 같은.
Whoa. The Goonies. We guessed the Ghostbusters correctly, but it being inspired by the Goonies, for some reason, I don't know how I overlooked it, but now he says it. Yes, this is 100% true. He really reminds me of one of the members in the Goonies. Well, he's also mixing it up like with the gun, you know, for Ghostbusters. That is really cool. I don't know if you guys watch the Goonies. I hope that you have the chance to watch it. It's a really good classical movie. It's child-friendly. It has adult humor in it. It basically has everything. And that's a very good inspiration. Like I say, this retro era for movies, Key took it, the team took it, and they learn from it. I think it's a fantastic way of thinking, okay, what are we going to do?
좀 컴바인하면 괜찮은 게 나오지 않을까. 위트 있게도 풀 수 있고.
And also it also makes sense to why they want to have that VHS look on the box.
재밌잖아요, 오히려.
It's so cool now to see how many people are actually in the setup, you know, taking these pictures because it looks great.
나오면 되게 재밌을 것 같긴 하거든요. 그리고 패키징 나올 거 많고.
Album jacket. Really cool. I'm just such a big fan basically of, let's go back there for a second. When you have monitors like this to quickly display what you see throughout the camera, it's nice. Everyone can get a glimpse and can you do it better or not? But it's actually so true what is happening here. You know, I always thought that it was a little bit inspired by Stranger Things, but Stranger Things is also a little bit of a copy of the Goonies, because if I look at Key here, he looks like one of the members from the Goonies. He also has that same type of thick hair, which is interesting.
이걸로 찍다가 좀 괜찮으시면
Also wearing contact lenses.
둘 다 해보고 과하면 얘를 빼버리고.
Also really good what he's doing here right now, giving different options to the camera team to say, hey, look, we're going to do both. Let's choose whichever turns out the best. Really smart. While you're there, you might as well. It's quite expensive to set it up, so use it as much as possible. Nice.
뭐든지 탈출은 신나잖아.
I thought the video, by the way, that they showed here was really fun as well. Like with him trying to escape from the bad guy.
플라스틱으로 이거 몰딩만 하면 나올 수가 있을까요? 그
videotapes, yeah.
테이프 케이스를 되게 하고 싶은 거라서.
I bought this. I'm happy about it. I had to go with the VHS tape, and let me tell you why. When I was a kid, when I wanted to watch movies, even if it was Winnie the Pooh, doesn't even matter. You didn't have stuff like Marvel, The Adventures, Endgame. Those are great movies. But back then, holding a physical VHS tape was like magic. You felt like you had power. And that's the reason why I want to relive that moment again. Opening up one. I don't know where all the VHS tapes are within our family, but I want to relive that moment. And it's so smart what they did here. And it's really just something that fits as well really good with the target group that they're going with. Because even if I look at my target group from the people who watched the video from Gasoline, it's really those people that lived my type of life, you know, in the 90s, 80s, early 2000s, I would even say. But it's nice.
비디오 테이프 말고 케이스만.
가능하죠.
가능해요. 근데 그렇게 하고 열어보면 그냥 안에 패키지랑 CD 있는 게 그걸 가장 원하는 그림이긴 했는데
진짜 예쁘잖아요.
It's really pretty.
진짜 너무 감격스럽고.
I can only imagine that the moment he saw this, he was like, this is cool.
진짜 개 예쁘다 진짜. 속일 수가.
It's really pretty. That's also the reason why I wanted it.
고무 말고 그 아이가 털로 된 아이라고 생각해보면 어때요? 그 청소하는 거 뭐야? 그런 털인데 핑크색도 있고 하늘색도.
I wish I understood though the dude with the furriness. I think it's cool. It reminds me a little bit of Frankenstein's monster. You know, Frankenstein is the doctor, the monster is the monster. A lot of people get confused with it, but I like it.
털 괴물같이 그 옛날에 그 추위처럼 근데 훨씬
Chewbacca. Did I compare it to Chewbacca? I don't remember. It rings a bell, but I'm not really sure at the moment.
그냥 스토리텔링만 되게끔 만들면 모든
Good. Telling a story. Really good. It has to have a purpose.
일단 레트로가 붙으면 엄청 어렵지는 않은 것 같아요.
물리치료 받는 기분.
Nice. Nice. Oh, he lost his arm. I was like, what fell down? But now I actually see it. Man, this is such a cool set.
120. 산소 99. 너 때문에 되는 일이 없어.
120, isn't that a normal beat? No, he's a little bit excited. If not normal, what is normal? I think it's 90. If you do know and you're some sort of, I don't know, doctor, leave it in the chat. What is the normal heartbeat? Isn't it 120?
별로 화가 안 나나. 전 너무 미친 박사를 미친 연기를 하고 싶진 않았거든요. 약간 이걸로 그냥 표현이 됐으면 좋겠어요. 그러면 무거우다기보다는
He actually really much surprised me though. When they were putting so much effort into this, I really thought that this was also going to be the theme of Gasoline. And he surprised us all, I guess, no?
고스트바스터즈를 그냥 오마주해서 그냥
Even that little bit of gray in his hair. Cute.
약간 괴랄한 그런 또 괴물 친구 같은 거 하나 있고 점프스트에 뭔가 무기가 될 만한 뭔가 방향
Like the Ghostbusters, no?
옛날 CG 막 눈 엄청 아픈 그 총 같은
That is actually a really good point. So the CGI itself,
눈 엄청
looks really old school. It really reminds me of those Ghostbusters CGI. They did it fantastic with trying to mix it in as good as possible, you know, between making new technology look a little bit older, and they nailed it for me.
총 같은
I
거
liked it.
쓰면 레이저긴 레이저인데 되게 단순하게 그림도 아닌 것이 CG도 아닌 것이 그렇게 되는. 근데 딱 고스트바스터즈 그런 거 나오거든요. 그러니까 한쪽은 아예 그런 옛날 그런 CG 느낌과 자연 그런 도로.
Yeah, I thought this was really cool as well.
하지만 그래도 지금 시대의 그때 거를 재해석한 것 같은 그런 종류가 나와도 재밌을 것 같고. My mama told me never to worry. 담을 수도 없이 가득 찬 공면 찰랑이는 외로움에 잠길 때면 별님들이 내 주위 따라 비쳤지. I know I'm problem 모두의 숙제. 뭐 하루 숨어도 다칠 텐데. Awesome. Isn't it just awesome that they have all of this set up just for one person? Like, think about how many hours it takes. If you got 10 people working for you on one set, you have to think about it. Every hour that passes, it's literally 10 hours, you know, because everyone is taking their time.
네, 정규 두 번째,
It's impressive. Like man hours.
촬영이고요. 고민 좀 많이 했어요. 회의도 많이 하고 소통도 많이 했는데 생각보다는 결과물이 또 잘 받쳐줘가지고.
They came out super good. Really believable. But then again, he seems like a very good actor. I must say, I like the contact lenses as well. It gives a bit of a different look, a little bit more nutty, a little bit more different. Let's just say the word different.
또 뭘 해야 되나 싶긴 한데 또 열심히 구상해서 다음 앨범도 재밌게 예쁘게 나오면 되지 않을까 싶기도 하고. 아무튼 후회 없는 촬영이었던 것 같고 많이 고민한 작품인 만큼 많이 사랑해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 내일은 또 내일 또 옷이 기다리고 있는데 기대하세요. 내일이 훨씬 세요. 내일이 훨씬 세고 내일이 사실 저희가 생각하는 흔히들 메인이라고 하죠. 메인은 내일 있어가지고.
I think tomorrow, album jacket day 2. A beautiful set design, though. I just loved the layer system behind it. It reminds me of how old cartoons were made. They layered a lot of things on top of each other. And even though it's maybe a couple of sheets, it makes the world look so big. And they applied that same type of science with this video. Really cool. Of the devil. I was more thinking like someone toxic. Because of the green? That poison green? I mean, just look at all the equipment in the back. Let's have a glimpse there. You can see the lights. These are super bright lights, by the way. There was another thing that I started watching, and that's how the science of lights on sets. And it's true what people say. These lights, working with it, it just heats up your body after a while. You know, you're still shooting photons at someone, aka the light.
저는 루세플러는 아예 아웃핏이나 비주얼적으로 더 확 키치하게 가는 게 좋을 것 같아요.
To be kitsch.
음식 세팅 못 먹을 것 같긴 한데 정말
아하.
가지런하게 돼 있잖아요.
By the way, the song that's playing right now is my favorite song from the album. There's something about it where the flow is just beautiful. Wait. What did he say? He wants to cast as little shadows, or? I remember trying to avoid casting shadows. Okay. Really good as well. If you don't want shadows in your shoot and all of a sudden they appear, try to readjust things. Just do it. There's nothing worse than trying to fix shadows in post. It doesn't work really well. It's very hard because you're losing all that detail. And also, if you have a shadow, you can't just mask out the shadow and make it disappear, especially if things start moving. It's a really tedious job. This is a better solution. Wait, he made this? Wow. Actually funny, they're listening to The Weeknd in the background. Really cool though. Is that it? Is that the first one? I think this is the first one. I must say, I like it really much. You know, it's not that much about the video terms, but it's still nice to see how much time goes into making an video, making a concept, making an album, you know, especially when you want to be as creative as this. Let's go into the second one and see how it continues. Oh, they actually skipped that first part of the video. It's past.
지금 충분히 알릴 수 있는 타이밍이 되지 않았나.
Damn it, subtitles are off again. YouTube, if I want subtitles on, leave them on for all my videos.
그래서 자전적인 가사도 많이 들어갔고 새롭고 살만하고 들을만하다.
What is this person doing in the background? Is that all that they were hired for? Wow.
저는 좋습니다.
Oh, I think this is going to be the recording. Okay. I'm not a vocalist, so we're just going to enjoy this.
뭘 기회를 줘. 뭘 기회를 줘. 그런 얘기 하지 마. 이번 앨범에서 유일하게 피처링이 돼 있는 노래입니다. 제노라는 친구는 노래도 할 수 있고 랩도 할 수 있고 보컬도 저랑 굉장히 다른 점이 굉장히 매력적이었고요. 이거 수록곡인 거죠? 수록곡이지. 수록곡인데 되게 중요도 있는 수록곡이에요. 오케이. 무대를 고려하는 수록곡의 느낌이라고 생각해주면 돼. 야, 5분만 보다. 부담스러우니까. 나도 무슨 선배가.
Do you still have to wear masks in Korea, though? Like, isn't that a little...
지켜보는 녹음.
I don't know.
난 너무 끔찍하거든.
Like, now they don't wear masks. It's so weird.
야, 너무 좋아. 그냥 그걸.
Some people really have cool voices to record with, but then again, I want to stop it here for a second. You have to remember one thing. The moment they sing through that microphone, how their voice really sounds compared to what is being recorded is completely different. Your voice goes through so many filters. Like, that's why these recording studios are massive, because they have all these machines where the sound goes through and it adjusts the voice as simple as that. It's not just a computer where the sound goes in and they adjust it afterwards. It's really much more complicated than that. I didn't know that until I looked into sound design, but it's beautiful. And that's a very quick summary, but I hope it's interesting.
시작할 때 난 너무 좋은데.
So I think actually part 3 is going to be about making the MV, which is my part. But let's watch it anyway. You know, let's watch this all together.
이거 있을 텐데.
Do they wash that pop filter every time someone uses it? Because I always see people putting their lips to it non-stop. Just tell me what you guys think. I'm super curious, actually. Like, you can even see how big the studio is here. Like, he's literally standing like 5 meters away from him. And basically, he's as far away from sound as possible, because everything that microphone picks up, they don't want. Even those boards that you can see here are all designed to stop sound from going everywhere. These rooms are really, really soundproof. In other words, echo-free, which is very important.
이게 조금 이게 왔다 갔다 해도 될 것 같아. 난 너무 좋아요.
What a good voice, though.
희형이 없어서 지금 잘하는 것 같아. 희형 있으면 부담스러워. 찍고 있어서 지금.
네?
Cute. Cute, cute. Good. So cool. Like, I don't know what these things do, but it fascinates me either way. You know, it's so nice to see professional gear and to see how it works. It's, you know, it's like equipment to videography, soundography, if you want to call it, you know, recording or whatever you do. It's all like puzzle pieces. It has to fit together. And I don't know, it's beautiful. Day 2, okay. For one song? Oh, actually this for the same song. But maybe now it's only Keys part.
너무 높아. 갑자기 급발진해.
Now we're gonna hear the king himself.
벌스 연습하고 벌스 녹음하고 프리 연습하고 프리 녹음하고 이런 식으로 해도 될까요? 이거 가볍게 쭉 불렀다가 목이 한 번에 갈 것 같아가지고.
가장 편한 걸로 가시죠.
네네.
네, 좋아요.
꼴사납게 쓰러져주면 돼. 긴 시간을 거쳐 막을 내린 모험 그건 그들만의 스토리. 어둠이 모두
빌런이
Like again, his lips are also touching the mic. I'm just curious. Do you think they actually wash it or replace it or what do they do with it?
이 가사 내용도 그렇지만 악당도 얼마든지 주인공이자 히어로가 될 수 있다는 그런 가사가 굉장히 인상적이어서
It's true. It's actually beautiful. When villains become heroes, it's really hard to portray, but it's beautiful. Really nice.
잘 써주셨다고 그랬었어요.
모두 거쳐 에피소드 소버 행복은 없어 영원해.
좋은데요?
네, 이거 나중에 제노 오빠랑 저랑 합칠 때 제노
I'm not gonna lie though, Geno's voice really fits here as well. Like Key's voice is very soft, Geno's voice is very rough. Again, I don't know if that's because of the filter, maybe that's just how his voice is, but I like it. It's really unique.
오버.
짜릿한 구석이 없으니까.
그쵸, 근데 그게 어렵죠, 너무 고음이라.
의견이 하나가 있는데 티귿이 사실 어떻게 해도 이 음에서 약간 삑 이 소리가 날 것 같아가지고 원래 뒷가사가 뭐 이제는 나도 몰라잖아요. 근데 2절 프리가 약간 1절이랑 이어지는 구석이 없지 않아 있어서
So cool though, you know, as well to just see how they keep on discussing how they can make it sound much better than what it actually is.
듣기가 편한 게
It's nice. Like it's really, really nice to see actually.
뭐 이제는 내가 골라. You can call me villain. 뭐든 상관없어. Take your time. 태포내는 없는.
He's drawing the words, I think, you know, or acting the word out.
꼭 쉴만하면 이렇게 갑자기 급발진을 하더라고요. 막 그래. 갑자기 왜 올라가냐고요. 이건 진짜 엄청 높다가 막 낮다가 막 그랬는데 뭐 열심히 했어요. 네.
네, 고생하셨습니다. 네.
And that is day 2.
고생하셨습니다.
Is there going to be a day 3?
아 뒤꿈치가 너무 아파.
I think there's going to be a day 3, no?
가솔린이 오기 전부터 사실
Gasoline
거의
was-
그냥 타이틀이나 다름없었어요.
Wait for...
기간도 조금 여유롭게 두고 작업했고
By the way, who watched the live stream? I think a lot of people watched it. I'm curious. What did you think about it?
작사는 제가 전체적으로 하고
Nice.
누나가 이제 그거를 다시 재배치 및 조립을 했죠.
네일리스트랑 가솔린이면 네일리스트 세련됐으니까 이렇게 생각하고 있었는데 제가 그걸 어딘가에 나가서 입으로 얘기해야 되면 가솔린이 마케팅이 훨씬 자신 있긴 해. 분명 네일리스트가 무슨 뜻이에요? 하면 그 음방에서 아 이게 리스트업의 상단에 오는 사람들을 뭔가 에일리스트라고 불러요라고 하는 그 느낌과 가솔린을 제 에너지원이라고 생각하고 쓴 가사입니다는 그래서 가솔린이라고 한 거예요. 이런 게 약간 상상을 해봤을 때는 그런 쪽으로 계속 생각을 하다 보니까
Okay. Now we know the origin of gasoline.
1차원적이고 누구나 알 수 있고 그럼요. 뭔가 힘이 있는 워딩을 굉장히 오랜만에 들어봐서
폭발적인 거 느낌
네, 가솔린이 정전기에도 습한데요.
It's true what he says. The word gasoline really has like the meaning of power, energy, explosion, fire, heat. Like it can be seen as good things and bad things, but it's true what he says. It really has an impact.
아, 그래요?
다 알아봤거든요.
정전기에도 폭발.
네, 정석이에도 폭발한대요. 그래서 약간 어느 정도는 내가 투영돼 있는 그런 느낌적인 거를 약간 넣고 싶었어요.
Okay. And now I understand as well why the fire is there. To be honest, I didn't even make that connection for some reason. Like fire, gasoline, no. But now I understand the MV to why it at the end just blows up.
저기 들어가기까지가 5만리야.
노래가 전투적이야. 많이 전투적. 당찬, 호부 이런 거를 좀 보여드리고.
It's true. What he says that the song has all of those points. Bold, aggressive. It makes a statement. Woo! Yeah!
그건 내 힘이 될 뿐이야. 그건 내 힘이 될 뿐이야. 그건 내 힘이 될 뿐이야.
Oh, so two voices on top of each other. Clever.
아슬 물을 지펴. 빨리 휘날리자.
이거 한 김에 샤비 그냥 캐주얼하게 한번 다시 할까요?
이제 고고 don't you know no 결국엔 해내고
인트로에 랩이 들어가니까 저의 생각은 춤추는 걸 상상을 했을 때
Okay.
이 뒤에 어떤 게 펼쳐질 거다.
The intro shows what's happening. I need to think about it. It could actually be true because it jumps right into the song.
인트로가 너무 보여주는 거야. 이제껏 나와는 전 이것만으로 해도 충분할 것 같긴 하거든요. 네, 저 거기서 들어봐도 될까요?
산산조각난 모든 reason
Whoever is behind the sound design here really has a good idea on how to cut the songs into different elements. It's quite sweet.
물길처럼 우릴 삼켜버린 이별 앞에 we both end
It's a good album though. Really good album.
처럼 터뜨렸을 때 오히려 이게 저는 이거를
Wait, the song was there before the record. How does that even happen? Maybe they're just recording it again for the CD.
바꾸고 뭐
It really could be, or this was just a pre-recording and they just want to finalize it.
오히려 불안한데?
Is it going to be another day of singing? Oh, that's actually it. So my presumption is that this is actually something that took over more days than just one, because how did they have the song before they actually started singing it? Like, that makes no sense. But I think anyway, they went back to the studio to clean up some elements to see, like, how can we make some elements fit a bit better for the one is for live stage and the one is for the CD. Very interesting. Again, I'm not a sound designist. If you are, please make a video about it. I would like to hear more about this. I think it's quite interesting to see what's happening. And I think a lot of these other people watching the video as well would be very interested. Alrighty, I think this is going to be the video about what I like, the video production. I think this is going to be it. Like a gasoline. Yeah.
이번 주 샤이니 멤버 키의
Subtitles.
키는 15년차 중견가
15 years of experience.
수록곡
And he wrote all the lyrics himself. Impressive. I love it. Like, look at those cameras. Yeah. Really cool.
신까지 가면 너무 멀리 갈 것 같고 그냥 왕국 뭐 이런 느낌이 많이 나고 높은 자리에 앉아 있는 그런
Yeah, this is also what I thought. I was maybe thinking a little bit too much with, like, he's becoming like God, but it's true. It felt more like someone is becoming
떠올라서 가솔린이 어차피
empowered.
바가 제가 될 거라 가지고 그런 식으로 리얼리티가 있는 게 나오다가 결국에는
Let's actually go back to it. Let's actually look at the details. Go back. Where is it? Where is it? Wasn't? Oh, there we go. I can't read it. So 400 something. No, 2.8 f-stop. 68,000 ISO. Wow. They shot this at 68,500 ISO. Do you know how much that is? On my camera, if I turn this up even to 20,000, the footage will be unusable. It really just shows that these are cinema cameras. They have so much more power to process. Beautiful.
결국에는 넥슨덤의
68,000, but the scene itself is also very dark, so they have to pull it off, or else his back becomes nothing. It becomes a silhouette.
스토리라인 그런 게 있어도 좋고.
Beautiful.
사람이 조금 채워지면 내가 이거를 약간 뺐다 줬다 이걸 할 텐데 그러면 사람을 좀 더 옆에 주변을 채우는 방식으로.
La 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 la. Choreography practice, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, the beginning of the MV, I think. No. Most likely.
이 노래가 사비가 이상하게 두 번밖에 안 나오는.
맞아요.
특이하게 두 번밖에 안 나와서 Turn around and miracle 할 때 이거 Alice check 했던 거 그거 있잖아요. 그걸 거기다가 끼워 넣는 게 나을 것 같다고 생각하긴 했어요.
Nice. That's the kind of setup that I also just have. A light on the top, a camera in the middle, gimbal. I don't have this ring where I can put my gimbal on, but I'm thinking if I need it or not. I think it's useful, but it's not a must. But it does add a bit of comfort because you can literally hold the gimbal system where the camera is on in all different positions. Oh, they must be so tired though from dancing over and over again.
이거는 좀 꽤나 CG도 있고 현대미술적인 영상의
A bit of modern art. That's a very ballsy statement to make, but I must agree, I like it.
느낌인데
I think making a really good MV is all about making art, making a statement, and they are pulling it off here.
그런 거는 그러니까 예상상 모든 세트를 CG가
I can't read it. If the budget prevents us from... Okay. But at least they're talking about it, you know, budget, CGI. That's what I say all the time. If you don't have the budget for it, don't use CGI. It's a terrible idea. Sadly, you get these people, they think this is a great idea, but it's not.
100% 뽑지 못할 거라면 전개가 되다가 막판쯤에 그런 느낌의 세트가 드러나는 것도 전 나쁘지 않을 것 같은데
Again, all the reference marks, you know, on the squares, or sorry, the crosses. Nice. There we go, the first shooting day actually. Set design looks great though, because a lot of it is just real.
뚜뚜 할 때 올라와요.
Hi, honey. What did he say? Okay, here we can actually have a look again. Is the camera at 48,000 now? Wow. They're filming at ProRes, 1080 by 24 frames per second, so they're going for the cinema look. Impressive, and they're shooting on a 35mm, which is sexy. Frames per second is over there. Wait a second, where's the ISO? Oh, this is the ISO. So they're shooting at ISO 800 and the FPS is at 48. So they can cut it in half so they still keep that cinema look, but they have that chance to slow it down by 50%. Clever. Here you can actually see a very good shot on things. It shows how much money goes into these sets. If you look at this railing system here, like they have to build this all up, and it's purely there so they can move that massive crane back and forth, back and forth. It seems really stupid. It seems like really unpractical, but it's actually a very good system to have because having that flexibility of going up and down, back and forward, just gives you that 3D flexibility, which is just nice to have on set. That's why people tend to use gimbals because they don't need all of this, but
오리엔탈과 그 서양
this just gives the space to the audience, not to the audience, to the dancers and everything.
것도 한번
For example, here you are someone there, you know, with the camera, but you're always in the way. While with a crane, you know, you have that bit of flexibility. The one thing that you do get with that gimbal system like we see here is literally that feel as if someone is still walking somehow with the camera. They're a little bit more controlling. They can move with the choreography a little bit. Also nice.
나와주는 게 좋긴 좋은 게 이 정도 힘이 네 개 다 달라야 된다는 얘기예요. 사실 대중 입장에서 봤을 때
Beautiful.
얘를 구분을
Really cool.
못할 거예요. 왼쪽 어깨가 너무 아파.
Are you okay?
Oh, really?
They have international people on set. How cool is that? It might give me an opportunity one day to be on set also. Woo!
아직 있어? 아직 있다.
What's happening? Is it broken?
이 정도는 안 보이겠지?
Little bit of a fun fact, by the way. These clothing items, you know, the things they use on sets are not made to last forever. Most likely the things he's wearing, if you put it into the washing machine, it gets destroyed immediately. That's how it is.
이거 하고 춤출 때마다
I think that's always so interesting that some things just look as if they can last forever, but it's not true.
종소리 있는 데 있잖아. 사주 카페 같은 데.
Ice ice? For what? The shoulder?
이 천 같은 거에 안에 액세서리를 체인, 얇은 체인이나 팔찌 같은 걸 달아서 이거 레이어 안에 또 붙여버리면 절대 안 떨어지지 않을까요?
Again, 48 frames per second. Really cool though to see these numbers. It really just helps. The water just helps a little bit with the reflection. At least that's what I'm presuming they're going with here. Or that effect. I didn't know that was actually a practical effect, but that is so sweet. Because the next scene goes into like a water scene, which is very nice. This effect, by the way, was just spot on with the smokiness of people disappearing, appearing. So basically here, what you can see in the woman's hand is the storyboard. These are the shots that they need to create for the day. When they're done, you just take them off. If you're happy, of course. If you're not happy, well, you need to do them until you're done. Oh, he's wearing this again. Okay.
나 이러다 진짜 신들리면 어떡해?
약간 한 캐릭터라기보다는 되게 신이 여러 명 있는 그런 느낌이었으면 좋겠거든요.
Deities. Gods. Wait, so I was correct with my god analysis?
그냥 애초에
That's
다른
nice.
세트가 하나 딱 나올 때 같은 사람이 다른 옷을 입었다는 느낌보다는
The same person with different... Okay, so they were going for like different god feels, like gods from different realms.
주된 그런
Really nice. Good idea. Good concept. I thought they were going to fight each other at the end of the day, but... I shouldn't say that. I go to church. But it's a very nice... Wow, that massive diffuser. Oh my god, I've never seen something like this ever. If you look here, you can see these grids here. It's just to help make sure that the light goes in the correct direction. But look at the size of it. That's a really good concept though. Different gods, different worlds, different sets. Nice.
조용조용하게 제스처하고 간단하게 움직이는데 그냥 앵글이나 카메라 무빙이나 이런 게 되게 노래 비트랑은 너무 하면
There's a very good shot that you do not see too often, but this is the robotic arm that I keep talking about. Everything is done automatically. You have one guy that basically controls it, but in short, what's happening there, it's basically a program where you need to program what way the arm, the entire robot is going to move, and it's just going to set its course once you click the play button. It's not someone who's controlling it with a joystick, which you can, but this is all done with a pre-programmed program for the robot arm.
다른 사람처럼 충분히 보일 것 같아요.
It's so sexy, but they're so expensive. Like this machine itself will cost you around maybe 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, depending on what version. And that is even without the camera. So you're looking at a good million, you know, to just get this thing going. But look at the shots though. Bzz, 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 bzz. Exactly. This is exactly what you get. And because of that, they basically can let the robot arm do the same thing over and over again, which you can basically play with effects like this, because you have one time where key is not dancing, so it's only the set design, while on the other time it's key there, and then they can basically play it with the different effects. Sweet. It's really sweet.
할 때 거의 그냥 아무것도 안 하는 립싱크도 있긴 있어야 될 것 같아.
I just lip sync without moving, but I could do this with, yeah. Great shot as well. These uppercut shots, I think, are beautiful. The question was it really in pain or not? Oh, I love the set design. I mean, even this, I know because it's not water on the ground, but if you look in the back here, you can see like this ripple effect with the lighting, and it's something that's done with a mechanical thing turning, or I don't know what type of element they have in front of a light, but it causes this beautiful water ripple effect as if light is shining on it. Ugh! I love looking at these sets, you know? You just learn so much, not only about Key, but also about how the end productions are, you know, and how much time and energy goes into it. Really cool though. Beautiful shots. You know, there's something before this video actually ends, because it's close to the end. There's one thing that bothers me still with clients, and that is that they don't understand that to get shots like this, you need months, weeks of prep for it to work out. And even if it's your first time, you're going to make mistakes, but that's okay. At least you did the planning. But it's so difficult sometimes to say, hey, to get something really good that maybe looks still very natural, but, you know, because you're staging all of it still, it just takes time. You cannot just snap it on the spot. But it's something that I'm trying to educate others with, and nice.
내일 만나요. 나안 눌려.
See you tomorrow.
내일 만나요.
See you. Oh, is there part 4 coming out?
빠지는 것부터 만나요.
Wow. Oh, so the third version actually came out on the 12th of September. So I'm recording this on the 12th of September. There might be a part 4 and part 5. We're going to see if that comes out. If it is, I'm going to basically continue the stream and make another premiere right after it. If it happens, if I know that it's coming out. I hope it does though, because it would be cool just to continue it. But guys, I just want to say thank you very much for sticking around. That's my monitor actually that is shaking it. I don't know why. I came from a video shoot and I needed to take my camera with, so I had to pull it off. Now I'm pulling it on again. I will fix that. But for now, I just want to say thank you all for sticking around on this beautiful premiere. I hope you enjoyed looking at Shiny, especially Key. And I hope that you're going to stick around, especially when the other parts come out as well, because they are really, really creative. Like Key, there's something about the video that just makes me really just excited for his work every time he comes out with it. And that's why I bought the VHS, a little bit of support, you know, like, yeah, I make this video. And I hope people are going to watch it. And I also just advise people, always look at the behind the scenes. It's just beautiful to see how people are in their natural habitat rather than in front of the camera. I still think in K-pop, generally in a lot of videos, the people that are getting filmed, they put on an act, while I'm thinking it's nice to know also the real side of an actor, you know, or a singer or whoever you're looking at. So those are my 2 cents. For now, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next video, which could also just be the premiere that's going to come after this. But for now, I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video, which could actually just be in 2 minutes if it actually continues. I'll catch you then.